So I found this video that's trending on YouTube, and it basically says, "Are you racist?"
I say the N-word when I'm by myself and listening to rap songs.
I guess I'm just gonna have to get crucified for this one. I don't feel like that's racist. You're singing a song lyric. There's a difference. There's a difference between singing a lyric from a song and then using a word in a way to try to influence someone to feel badly about themselves because of the color of their skin. That's not racism. You people are devaluing the word racism.
I've seen a black man like walking towards me and I cross the street, but I'm always in my head like, please know that this is because you're a man, not because you're black.
It's not because of the color of your skin, I promise. It's just because you have a penis. If only there was a word to describe someone who acted differently to someone based on the sex that they were.
Are you racist?
I'm not racist, but
It's at this point that I'm very sure she's going to offer a well-reasoned, well-thought-out explanation for what it is that she meant.
I'm a server, so you know, like, I know races. Like, how do I word it without sounding racist?
Now, I did go to school for 8 years to become a therapist, but I don't think you need to be one to figure out that if you have to say to yourself, how do I word something so that it doesn't sound racist, it might be some racist stuff that you have to say. I don't know.
African American men, they have something that's bigger than everybody else.
Nah, that is true, bro. I can't, I do have a rather big portion of my body that's covered in melanin.
I was just talking about with my friend, setting her up with my other friend, and I'm like, but you know, he's Asian, so he probably has a small penis. And I was like, fuck, why did I say that? Why did I think that?
I'm curious about that too. Why did you say that? You said that this person was your friend. Why are you doing your friend like that? Now, I think what happens is we are told a lot of these things from a very, very young age. And the more that you hear a lie over and over and over again, the more it kind of seems like it's the truth. And so sometimes we have these things that are so deeply ingrained that in order to like make connections with others, we say stuff like this just to see where you're at, like in terms of, can I relate to you? And it's not good. You shouldn't relate on racist things. Absolutely not. But that's where the more innocuous version of it comes from, not necessarily her being racist. It's just, this is something that's said over and over and over again. Doesn't make it right, but I mean,
When I was younger, I'd like make a lot of jokes about it, but I realized like what are these like jokes actually saying, and like what am I communicating about people through the way I choose to make people laugh.
Just like I've said in my other videos that you can't offend someone, you can't make someone feel bad, you can't make someone laugh. You're not making people laugh. All comedy is truth and pain. There are some people that relate to that truth and pain more than others do. People that don't, who are not on the joke, are definitely going to be offended. And you can definitely make a joke at someone else's expense. But comedy is simply truth and pain. You just stop saying that you're making people laugh or making people feel. You're not. They relate some way to what it is that you're saying. That's how you can go on stage and think things are very, very funny. Some people laugh, some people don't. If you have the ability to make people laugh, then everyone should laugh all the time.
Black people can't be racist.
And why is that?
Racism is an institutionalized thing. I don't think black people have set up institutions powerful enough to like oppress other people.
So as a black person, I feel more embarrassment when I hear black people say that black people can't be racist. First off, the main problem with this entire video is that they never define what racism is. They never say this is our definition of racism, right? So to me, racism is when you treat someone differently because they are a different race than you. It does not matter whether you have institutionalized power. That's such a stupid, it's a really frustrating thing to hear this person say, because I've had clients who were white, who were the only white people in an office full of other black people, and they had racist stuff happen to them all day. So what you're doing is you're looking at it from a societal perspective. But when you start talking about Katie, when you start talking about Lynn, when you start talking about John, when you start talking about actual people that are affected, there are black people who have access to power and resources and can use that power and resources to do something to someone else because they are a different color. But even if we take away the power and resources, I own a business. If I wanted to hire somebody and I picked a black person over a white person just because I don't like white people, that's racist. Please stop saying that black people can't be racist. It's just a stupid thing to say. It's a stupid thing to say, because if you define racism the way that you've defined it, then yes, black people can't be racist. But if you don't try to use those you shouldn't need an education to understand what racism is. You don't need an education for that. Racism is simply when you treat someone differently because they are a different skin color than you. You don't need all these examples. Anyway, I have frustrated myself watching this particular video. I might need to find something fun to look at.
Yeah, I'm racist because I'm a white person.
I think all white people are racist.
We have just been put into this system designed to empower our white privilege. As a white person, I am super racist.
And I think this annoys me equally as much. I'm so tired of white people walking around talking about how racist they are. Like, how many times have you stopped a black person from getting somewhere in their life because of the color of their skin? Like, again, I get the argument. We're talking about institutionalized. There's a system of oppression and invisible net. I get that. But that's fine when you're talking about societally speaking. But when I'm talking about the person sitting right next to me, come on, man. And you got all these white, yes, I'm proudly announcing it that I am a racist. You're devaluing racism. You are devaluing racism. When the cops threw me in the back of a cop car after they beat me and put me on the back of the truck because I was at a party I shouldn't have been at, and truth be told, I should have been somewhere else. I'm not victim blaming, but the point is, it's 2 o'clock at night. I shouldn't have been on that side of the state. But what I'm saying is, like, that was racism. But when you were talking about because you were able to get into a college that I wasn't able to get into, yes, that's racist. Yes, it is. But it is not racism with a capital R. Like, stop going around saying that you are it's annoying. That's so annoying, man. As a therapist, that's the hardest thing to work with when I'm working with clients who are a different race, especially white clients, because they come in with all these apologies. I don't need you to apologize for existing, man. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do a reaction video on something fun, because this right here is getting to me. But anyway, this was cool. If you like this, let me know. I'll do something else, find some other videos for me to watch, and I'll do the same thing. I'll talk with y'all soon. Let's survive the corona apocalypse.